All right, welcome to Fun Media, and today let's have a look at Photoshop for beginner. I will show you all the main tools, how it works. I'll be doing a bit of work on some photos, and after that, just practice, and you'll be in shape to start using Photoshop. So the main points here. First thing first, when you create a new file, this is the page that you're gonna see. You can either, when you put your name, you can either work a photo or US paper or anything, and then you will create your size, letter, or anything like that. I really like working resolution 300 pixels and CMYK. You have RGB or anything like that. I won't do a tutorial on that, but normally if you have this kind of setting, it's pretty good. You have the size here, so let's just create one just to show you. So photo normally are 7 by 5, so you press OK, and here you go. You have your little white page that you can work on it. But normally most of the people, they like to use Photoshop to, it says photo in Photoshop, so they like to use it to work on a photo. So I already brought two photo. I got one here, and I have the other one. I know that's my white one, and I have this one here. So those are the photo that I'm gonna work on today. So the lady and the beach. So let's start seeing all the tools right here using this little beach. I'll start with the bottom. So this is just color. We'll see that later. So here's with this little tool, when it says plus, you can just go increase your photo. Of course, it's really important because normally you can work just on a little part. I'd like maybe to work on that lady here, so I'll size it closer. Or of course you can go on the other way, zoom out. So yeah, this is the zoom tool. So let's say I zoom in on this cloud, and then I take this little hand right here, and I said, no, I don't want to work on the cloud. I would like to work on the lady. So this is to move your photo. This one is to select a color. So like I told you, you can select a color after that. If you want to draw something or anything, you can draw a color. So this is the color that you've selected. Let's say red. Okay, I have the red right here, which is my main color, and then I realized I really like to have this little blue sky there. So with this little tool, you just click on it. See, it has changed. I have selected the exact color that I want here. Let's say I like this little green here, so I just press, and then I've just selected the green. So this is the tools for that. This is for the notes. So I'd like to put a note on the sky here. Okay, you can either work saying, okay, I'd like to put a cloud here later or anything like that. And once you're done, there you go. You have your little note right here on your photo. So if you don't need it anymore, just delete the note. So this is for the note tool. Of course, this is all the to draw stuff. You can draw a circle, or if you press longer on your mouse, then you'll have all the selection that you can do. So I just draw a circle, then I'll draw a rectangle. Every time you draw something new, you will see a layer that's gonna appear here. So now you see I have my background, which is my beach. I have this shape number one that I've created here. So I'll just draw something new, and boom, you have a new layer. And every time you have a layer, I'll just select this one here so I can move stuff like that. You can move it with this little tool right here. So let's say I want it like that, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to have the circle first, like not the rectangle first. So the thing you do is you just grab it like that, put it below the other one, and it's gonna change. See, now my circle is above my rectangle. Okay, and let's say, okay, I don't need it anymore, I don't like that, so you just grab it, drag it in a little garbage here. Garbage, this is all garbage, I'm done with that. This one here, this is more like path selection tool. It's not really a thing you need for beginners. I'll just pass that one today, not to make it too long. Text really important. So of course you just put it there, and so you write something, hello, put it wherever you want. And if you select your text, you have all the shape for your text. You have a little preview. You just press something, and let's say I want this one. Okay, I like that one. And something else you can have here, and it's the same thing for all the shapes that are here. Something really important to modify stuff. So you go on the layer, you go right click, go in blending option. So for a beginner, that's really important, because with the blending option, then you can change the color. I'd like to have a green, and then I would like, you have a ton of things. You have shadow, so you gotta just put a shadow, and everything you go inner shadow, or you just double click on it, and then you have more option. All right, or let's say I'd like to have a stroke. So I have a stroke, it has to be selected in blue if you want more option. I like a black stroke, there you go, and maybe a bigger size. There you go. So this is how it works for the text. And let's say you don't like the last thing you've done, Control Z, then you come back one step from what you've done before. All right, let's grab that, put it in the garbage, and continue with the next tools. So the pen tools. So this is the normal pen tool, which is a little hard for new people to use. See what it's doing. So I really like working like the freeform pen tools. Doom, 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 and there you go. And of course, if it was white, it would have been more like a cloud. Let's say I want to put one more cloud right here or something like that. Or you have this little one here, which is the paint tool, and you've probably seen it in many software. So you just use a paint, and let's say you want to put all that together. See, now I can't do anything because it would like me to work on a background, but it's working on a background. I've clicked here, but it's you're working on the background. If you want to work on something, you gotta select the thing you want to work with. So I'll just go Control Z. Or let's say you want to put all the layers together. What you do is you go here into the layer and you do merge visible. Then it has put everything together. And let's say I want to put that one white. You just click on it with the paint tool. All right, so I just came back real quick to my normal photo, and now I'll continue with this tool right here. So now the dodge tool, this is, let's go work on the sky, Control plus, which is doing the same thing as the little zoom right here. So the dodge tool, let's say I think this sky is way too dark. It's not really dark right now. I'll just show you. It's getting thing more clear. You can work on the water. Let's say the water is too dark and make it more clear. Control Z to come back. So that's the dodge tool. The burn tool is the opposite. Oh, it's too bright. I like to make it like more like it's evening or anything. So I'm working on my sky. It's getting darker. So it's keeping the same blue, but just putting it darker. And the sponge tool, it's more like to make it wet. See, it's a bit hard to see, Just make it in more wet, so you can have, like, let's say, put the sand more wet or something like that. It's just doing that kind of effect. Now the blur tool. So what I'm gonna do to show you exactly how the blur works, I'm just gonna add a letter. Just gonna change the color of the letter so you can see exactly what I mean with the next tool. All right, so let's say I'll just put it together to make it easier and work. Merge visible. I'll go closer. So now you can see that the A is not part of the sky. Well, it'll never be part of the sky anyway. But what it's doing, this one here, the blur tool, see how the top of the A it's matching the blue from the red. It's matching kind of the outside color to the inside color. Now you see the difference here is I haven't done anything. Here I did it. So let's say you're working on putting your face on a fake body. Now this would be good to merge the skin. You have your skin right here, and you have the body skin. You just do it between the two skin like that. It's kind of a merge the color of the two skin. Sharpen tool is the opposite. Now you can see I'm doing it a lot. Now you can see all the pixels. It's just sharpening. And this one will just do stuff like that, like pushing the color. All right. All right, back to our normal photo. So we just did that one. The paint tool, you've seen it. Of course, the eraser tool, you probably know what it is. Okay, we erase stuff. Either you can erase a color is trying to find the matching color, or the normal eraser tool. Here you have the size of your brush. And now I'm gonna erase the sky. Right, I'll come back. So this is your eraser tool. The brush tool. So you have history brush tool. So let's say you've done something and you don't like it, like you've erased stuff and you want it back, but just a part of it. So the history brush tool just gonna put it back. There you go. Like it was before. Done. Or the art brush tool. This one is really cool. The clone stamp. So let's say I like that little cloud right here. All right. And I would like to put one more cloud like this one right here. So what you can do is go with the clone stamp. So what you're gonna do is you go right in the middle of the cloud, press Alt, see how it changed. So I'll depress Alt. See, now I'm gonna press Alt. It's changing. I just click right here. And now I'm gonna recreate the cloud. See, you have this little plus saying, okay, that's what you're reproducing right here. So you're reproducing exactly where the plus is, and you're doing a magic drawing. There you go. I just created a new cloud. That's it. It's easy as that. So now I'll just go back. Feels like almost natural. Of course, when you know it's the same, you know it's fake. Well, you know, Photoshop's pretty much for fake stuff anyway. So what's the next one? This one here, brush tool, just to draw stuff, or pen tool, drawing, you know. back to normal. This is to do some little patch. See, the cloud just disappeared magically, and this was the original one. So what it's doing is trying to match your selection to a normal, what's like normal background. Just put it back. The slice tool, you don't really need that one for today. This one, of course, you've probably seen it before in the crop tool. So let's say I'd like to work, I don't really need to work on this old photo. I just like this little part right here. So this is your selection, and when you press enter, then you're done. You're just working on this little photo. But that's not what I want today, so I'll just put it back. The selection tool, so the magic wand, is going to try to select pretty much the same kind of color that you've pressed. Let's say I like to work on the sand. See, it has selected all the sand right here. All right. Then if you want, you can delete it. See, I've deleted all the sand. Sand has disappeared. Control Z to come back because that's not what I want to do. All right, and this is all selection tools, selection by normal shape or circle, you know. And this one is more advanced selection tool, and this is where I'm gonna go work on my second photo. All right, so here is our lady. So let's say I'd like to put that lady on the beach. So to select this lady, if I bring this photo, is going to bring the entire background. So let's say I don't really need the background. So what you could do, of course, like you've just seen, you could go with selecting the magic wand, but the problem is our dress is white, so it's probably going to select the dress. See, it has selected all the dress. So if I delete the background, it's going to delete part of the dress. So with this one, which is either you can just select by drawing or anything, this drawing with the magnet, what is cool is going to try to follow a certain point. So I'm doing it really quick right now, so it won't be perfect, but when you have time, you zoom a little more. And but see, I'm going really quick. It's doing not as a bad job. All right, so let's say that you are good with your selection. Of course, there's a bit of mistake, but it might be a little too long for that. Just take more time. Then you grab the lady, bring her on your photo, and just by the way, in the windows here, you have here your selection. The lady's here, and the beach is here. So you just put her wherever you want to put her. And now, if you're not satisfied with the size, you go with Control T, which means transform. And then you can either go like that or like that. Okay, so let's say I want to put her, I don't know, like that. Whoop, sorry. All right. Now you press enter and you have your size. Of course, you can make a bit of correction. There's some big mistake, but I won't put too much effort on it. You just go with this little magic tool and just select a bit of thing you want to take out. See, now I know I cannot delete that. It's going to delete our dress, but you can select manually. All right. Now I'm going to show you something that a lot of people do on Instagram. And it's a little more advanced, but I kind of feel it's good to know. So what I'll do is I'll come back to this first lady right here. I push Control D to deselect my selection. And let's go see, in a filter you can modify, you can have like blur, artistic stuff. I mean, with this photo, she don't need anything, but you could put makeup or anything. But something that people do, they really cheat with this little tool right here. It's called Liquify. So with Liquify, I got this little forward warp tool. What is that? So I'll select brush size. Feel good with that. See her hips. Let's say she's not satisfied with that. So I'm just gonna make her skinner. See? I'm just reshaping her. See what I'm doing? I can tell you a lot of people do that. What are the guys are doing? They select this bloat tool. What is bloat tool? You bet you know. Bigger arm. Yeah, a lot of guys do that. Of course, for her, it's really ugly. So you have the opposite tool. Make it skinner. You can go like really big and make her skinner like that. Ooh, like that. I'm exaggerating a lot. So this is just to show you real quick what is Liquify. You can modify your face. You can do tons of things. So it's a little more advanced. See, that's just changed. So yeah, people cheat. It's normal. Actually, it's not really normal, but I don't care. Whatever they're doing. So this is it. After that, you go on File, Save As. Then you put your name. You put whatever you want to put, a JPEG or anything. Put the name here, 123. Save and save the size or anything. Large size, small size. You have your total, which is 2.6 megs for me here, and then you press OK and you're done. So this is it for the beginner tutorial, and just go download Photoshop, install it, and practice. You'll have a lot of fun, and I'll talk to you next time with Fun Media.